Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Just checking everything, you guys. Just wanted to make sure I got everything together. So let's go ahead and share this. Wonderful. Fantastic. So, hello. My name is Adrienne Obi, and I am also known on the internet as Capricorntigress of Astrology, a look inside.com. And I am so proud to come and bring this lesson to you today. This is Astrology 101, a fun and informative introduction to astrology. So, welcome, Stargazers. This course will playfully explore the basics of astrology, focusing on 4 fascinating zodiac signs. So get ready to unlock the secrets of the cosmos and discover what makes each sign unique. So we're going to be looking at the 4 first zodiac signs as our examples, okay? So I feel bad for the other signs who might not get seen or talked about today, okay? All right, so let's go on. So this is, well, a little bit about astrology. What is astrology? Here's a brief history and overview about astrology. The ancient roots. Astrology's origins trace back millennia, with evidence found in ancient Babylonia, Egyptian and Greek cultures. It was deeply intertwined with astronomy and used for calendar making and predicting events. So I just wanted to stop for a second because it was really different back in the ancient days when it came to astrology. It was their way of deciding what the calendar was. Like they worshiped the sun a lot of times back then, or they worshiped the moon. So astrology was everything. It was not just something they did in passing like we do today. It was major, okay? And this is, like they said, both in Babylonian, Egyptian, and Greek culture. So it was everywhere. It was also intertwined with astronomy, which means it was all about the planets, the sun, the moon, the stars, right? So the other thing is that they used astrology to make the calendars. So everything was based on the movement of the planets and of the moon and of different things. That's how they predicted how their wheat would grow, or how when the flocks would come in, or whatever it was. So I just wanted to go into more detail because I think now we take astrology so lightly in comparison to how deeply it and how almost reverently it was held in regard. I mean, these were like their priests almost. So anyway, modern applications today, astrology is often used for self-discovery and understanding personality traits, and it is. In fact, my business, Astrology, A Look Inside, is based on that we're looking inside of each of us to find our own self-discovery and our understanding our personality traits. So it's completely different in a way than it had been years ago, but it's no less important than it was years ago. So while not science, it offers a fun framework for exploring human behavior and potential. And I always say that there's a little bit of science and mathematics in astrology. I mean, real astrology, not just making predictions or something like that. Because you have to be able to delineate different placements. You have to know about different numbers and be able to deal with those types of things. So the zodiac and the planets. The zodiac is a belt of constellations that the sun appears to pass through. Your positions of planets at the time of your birth supposedly influence your personality and life path. So, they say supposedly. I believe it does, but not everyone does believe this. So, right now, it is more looked at as superstition than actual fact, although I do believe it to be so. Let me know, do you believe in astrology? And if you do you know your sun sign? Do you know your moon sign? Do you know your rising sign? I always am interested to know, like, who believes in astrology? And if you do, what's your zodiac sign? So here are the four zodiac seasons. These are the four zodiac signs that we're going to be looking at in this particular lesson. So we're looking at the sign of Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is from November 22nd to December 21st. Sagittarius is a fire sign. They are adventurous, they are optimistic and independent. Next is Capricorn, and Capricorn is born between December 22nd and January 19th. They are an earth sign. They are ambitious, disciplined, and practical. Next is the sign of Aquarius. And Aquarius is from January 20th to February 18th. It is an air sign. It's unconventional, innovative, and humanitarian. And lastly, we'll be looking at Pisces. Pisces is from February 19th to March 20th. It's a water sign, and it's compassionate, imaginative, and artistic. So let's start with Sagittarius, the adventurous archer. They are known as the archer, and their key traits are independent, optimistic, adventurous, and philosophical. Their strengths are enthusiasm, humor, generosity, intellectual curiosity. And their challenges are impulsiveness, restlessness, and a tendency to overcommit. You know, the funny thing about Sagittarius is I always feel like they're some of the most intelligent signs of the zodiac. And I don't know if they always get credit for it. And it's because sometimes they get to be a little loud and boastful when it comes to like facts, right? Because they also do like to be right. But it's because they are intellectual. They rule over the ninth house in astrology, which is the house of intellectualism, the house of higher learning, higher intelligence, and education, and travel, and all of those things that represent a higher learning and a higher mind. But also they're very philosophical, and sometimes they're into things like religion and politics and different things like that. There is this impulsiveness and restlessness, and this is because in astrology, Sagittarius rules the thighs and the hips. The thighs and the hips, those are the areas of that role walking and movement. And so I do believe that this is why Sagittarius are restless. They are naturally the centaur, also, not just the archer, but they're also known as the centaur. The centaur is half horse and half man. And so most Sagittariuses really need to move those hips and thighs, okay? So let's move on to the next. And if you're a Sagittarius, Please let me know in the comments if you're a Sagittarius. I would love to know if you feel that any of this resonates with you, and if these seem like your traits. So next is the sign of Capricorn, the ambitious goat. And you know, when I look at that photo right there of Capricorn, what amazes me, one, they're on the pinnacle, they're at the top of the mountain, right? And the sun's shining behind them, or the moon, or whatever, but that they're alone. And that, as I'm a double Capricorn, and when I saw that right away, it kind of touched me, because I feel like, oh my gosh, we're always alone. Capricorns are often alone. And a lot of it is because most people can't scale that mountain peak with them. They don't have the footing. They can't do it. So a lot of times, by the time you get to the mountaintop, when you get to the peak of the hill, you're all by yourself. And this is so common with Capricorn. See, Capricorns are so ambitious. They really are. They're disciplined, and they are highly disciplined, because that's one of their key words, is discipline. They're focused on achieving goals. That's their whole purpose for being here in this lifetime, is achieving their goals. They are ambitious. They have ambition. They're driven by ambition and a deep desire for success. Also, there's this sense of responsibility. Capricorns take responsibilities seriously, and they work hard. They work hard. You know, for most Capricorns, it's that they usually start out in such a hard place. Like, it was tough for them to get started. And so as they get older and wiser, they really are very disciplined and driven, because they don't want to go through whatever the pain was that put them on that road to the ambition in the first place. They don't want to go back there. They only want to go up. And that's Capricorn. So if you're a Capricorn and this resonates with you, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. Next, we're going to discuss the sign of Sagittarius. Excuse me, Aquarius. Aquarius, sorry. Aquarius, the unconventional visionary. So Aquarius, you're known for innovation. You're always seeking new ways of thinking and doing things. And in fact, Aquarius is known as the inventor of the Zodiac. They're also known as the maverick and the inventor. So if you're an Aquarius, you're more likely to invent something that will enhance or change or improve the world than other people. That's amazing. Also, Aquarius are humanitarian. They're deeply concerned about social justice and equity, and nothing bothers an Aquarius more than seeing injustice. They are other-oriented. They're people-oriented, and they want to, form groups and clubs and associations to help fight the things that they find abhorrent in this world. So a lot of times you'll find Aquarius in humanitarian ventures, because they really just can't sit by and be quiet while they watch things, unfairness and things like that. It really bothers them. Lastly, it's rebellion. Whenever I think about Aquarius, I think about rebellions. Aquarius is the sign of revolutions and revolts and rebellions. They don't like being put in a box. They don't like being labeled, and they do not like being conventional or like other people. They will purposely go out of their way to not be like other people and not fit in and not be in that box with everybody else. Everyone else might jump into that pan of fire, but they won't. They'll be sitting off on the sidelines looking at them like fools. That's Aquarius. So if you're an Aquarius, let me know if this resonates with you at all. Let me know in the comments if you are an Aquarius, and if you feel like you're innovative, humanitarian, or rebellious, or if you feel that you're a bit of all three. And finally, we've got our final sign here, the fourth sign that we're doing. It's Pisces, the imaginative dreamer. Pisces are known as the dreamers of the zodiac. They have imagination, they have compassion and creativity. As far as their compassion, that's their number one trait is compassion. And it's because they're highly empathetic and compassionate people. The Pisces does not like sitting by watching other people suffer. It just bothers them on a deep level, probably deeper than it bothers other people, but it's because they're empathetic. They can feel other people's pain. They can sense other people's pain, and they have compassion for those who are experiencing the pain. That's Pisces. They're emotional. They feel things. Number two, the imagination. Well, Pisces has this rich inner world and this vivid imagination. Most of it is because Pisces, they are the dreamers. Literally, they are the dreamers. They rule the 12th house, which rules sleep. So Pisces is often, they get a lot of their creativity and their thoughts and plans and everything when they're asleep, or when they're daydreaming, or when they're imagining things, and they're dreaming it was true. It's not necessarily true, but their imagination sometimes kind of spurs things on to be true. So Pisces, you have such a powerful ability to imagine things and to manifest things that I always tell Pisces to be careful for what they wish for, because you might be wishing subconsciously for the very thing you think you don't want. So be careful about what you're thinking about, what you're saying with your mouth, because words have power. and what your imagination, what you're dreaming of. And lastly, it's number three is creativity, because you are able to express yourself through art and creativity. There are so many Pisces who are singers and actors and dancers and performers, and they create art and all these different things like pottery and all this stuff. Like, this is Pisces. They are so creative. So if you are a Pisces, it's important that you express your creativity. How are you expressing your creativity, or how are you getting it out? I mean, do you play the piano, the guitar? Do you sing? What do you do? Yeah. How are you expressing that creativity? I would love to know that. So if you're a Pisces, let me know in the comments that you are a Pisces, and let me know how you are expressing your creativity and imagination. Like, how are you doing it, Pisces? Are you a singer? Are you a dancer? Like, how does it manifest in reality for you, Pisces? So let's talk about some key takeaways and resources for further exploration. So this course was just a basic little course here, just to provide some basic introduction to astrology, specifically the signs of Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces, and to delve deeper and explore online resources, books, and other well, for you to delve deeper, it's important for you to explore online resources, books, and consider a more advanced course. Astrologyalookinside.com and the YouTube channel Astrology A Look Inside offer further resources for you to continue your celestial journey. So thank you so much for sticking in there to the end with me and going through this course with Astrology 101 here. And this was just a brief little mini introduction to the signs of Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. This has been Capricorn Tigress, Adrienne of astrologyalookinside.com. Much love, much light, and many blessings to you.